How's your young superstar at BU?
Who's that?
They get
Mac.
Oh,
yeah,
Scalabrini.
he's getting a lot of attention.
Rightfully so. I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. He's 17 years old playing college hockey. It's funny, like we'll look at rosters before games and there's 98s. He's born in 2006. He's playing against guys 8 years older, like on a regular basis.
Good though.
And tearing
He's
it
a
up,
really, really, really impressive player. The big thing for me is how mature he is as a player, as a 17-year-old. He doesn't cheat the game at all. Sometimes, some of those higher offensive players that are young that, when they have the puck, they're obviously electric and can do all sorts of different things. What's so impressive about him is when he doesn't have the puck, he defends harder than anyone. Like he wants to get the puck back. He plays the right way. He does everything the right way. And the other thing about him too, which has impressed me, is he's probably 6'1", maybe. He's probably about 195 pounds, but he is like the furthest thing from a perimeter player. Like he is inside the dots, plays in traffic, gets to the net. So that has really impressed me, especially for a younger guy. He's a really strong kid. In his preparation up to this point, like this kid is prepared with his work ethic, what he does off the ice, how much time he puts into being a hockey player is very impressive, just from video work. And he coaches himself, this kid. He recognizes things that he needs to get better at. We have Kim Brandvold's our assistant coach here. He worked in Boston with me as a development coach, and he's excellent at what he does. And he'll come to Kim with certain things that he thinks he needs to get better at. So him and Kim will go over video and they'll watch things over and over. And it's so funny how quick this kid picks things up and recognizes what he needs to get better at. So I have nothing but great things to say about this kid. And forget how good a hockey player he is. He's a great person as well. Really coachable. And he's gonna be an absolute stud.
Wow. So who do you compare him to though? Like if you had to compare him to anybody, like who does he play like? Is he fast? Is he Kane? Is he skilled? Like what is he?
He's fast. I would probably say like a Taze, Jonathan Taze, Sidney Crosby, like those, similar to those guys, more than like a McDavid, or he plays a complete game. Not that McDavid doesn't now at this point, but he already plays a complete game as a 17-year-old. I think Jonathan Taze or Crosby as well. Like he's very impressive, very impressive.
Wow. So Celebrini, man, he's got like 25 points in 15 games too, man. You're talking like
as a child,
as like a 17-year-old. That's crazy.
Wow.
And like, are NHL teams talking to you all the time, like getting your input and take on his character and all that stuff?
Yeah, no doubt. Honestly, I was talking to assistant coaches the other day, and I almost just want to send an email out to all the NHL teams and just say, it's a no-brainer. This kid's character's off the charts. There's really nothing negative to say. Like he's that special a player in person. I've been very impressed, and even more so since he's been here. Like I had a pretty good idea of what type of kid he was. I got to know him pretty well in the recruiting process and what type of family he comes from. But there's zero red flags with this kid.
He's wearing the full cage and the Hockey Canada skates. You can easily pick him out.
Hey,
man.
You need to lie and say, hey, this kid's got a lot of growing to do. He's very immature. He's been drinking.
He needs another year.
He needs another year or two.
Doubt. He needs a couple more years. But
he needs me, damn it.
Yes. Hey, what about that D-man drafted by Vancouver, Willander? We're going to see him in the World Juniors playing for Sweden, man. I was watching his videos of him all the time because the Blues had a pick, and they were looking maybe to go D with their first of 3 first-round picks last year at the draft, and he was getting a lot of attention. Ends up falling a little bit further than I thought he would, man. But people are so high on him. This guy has a ton of potential, doesn't he?
Oh, big time potential. Like he's got incredible feet. Like he's really athletic and really skate. He's great defensively. Really, another kid that at 18 years old, I can't believe how strong this kid is. Like he's like Janny. Like he's
with hands, with hands, okay, with hands.
Yeah,
in sense.
He's a very
everything else. Dick.
He's really impressive. Like this kid is and he loves to defend too, and he loves to be hard to play against. Like he's off the charts competitive. And I think too, if you ask like guys in our team, who do you not want to go against in practice? It's Tom. Like he's really hard to play against. He's going to be a great NHL player. He's going to be a guy that can log big minutes, play against the other team's top lines. Probably be a guy. I don't know if he's going to be a first power play guy, but you know, he can contribute on your power play. He gets. That's the one thing he's excellent at, is getting pucks to the net without getting them blocked, which is a great skill to have. So his transition game's excellent. We love this kid. He's a character too. This kid.
Vancouver has their power play quarterback on the first unit.
Yeah,
they got one.
I don't think he's going to move him out of the way anytime soon.
Well, I want to ask you about Lane Hutson, though, too, because he's a Montreal pick, and you know, you got Tuck, I believe, who's also a Montreal pick. So for the Canadian viewers that we have right now, man, like pump those guys' tires.
Yeah, Lane is this kid is just fun to watch, like on a daily basis. It's funny, people ask me who to compare him to, and I'm watching like Quinn Hughes and some of these guys and Adam Fox. Like he's similar to those guys in the way he plays, but he's still unique in the way he plays. He's almost like a point guard in basketball, the way he plays. It's like he'll like cross guys over, he'll come up, he'll stop where you don't think he'd stop, and then all of a sudden he gets. It's just the things he does.
No look passes.
No look passes. He's always 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else on the ice. And we'll even watch video back sometimes, and sometimes you know how it is, like he'll have an open lane and some of the guys on the bench will be yelling, shoot, and then all of a sudden he hits a backdoor guy wide open for an empty net. He just sees things that other guys don't see out there. So he is just so fun to watch. This kid too, like talk about another competitive kid. Our practices are awesome, the competitiveness of some of these guys. But he's a guy that, I mean, he competes so hard in practice. He's obviously not the biggest guy, but his competitiveness is off the charts. I think he's going to be an excellent NHL player. So Montreal is going to be very happy with him. And Luke Tuck is another Montreal pick who has really come into his own this year. I think he's battled injuries the last couple of years. It's affected him and maybe the way that he needs to play. I mean, he's a power forward. So he's been excellent this year. He's been physical. He gets to the net. He's actually been playing with Celebrini, so he's been making some more plays as well. I think it's given him some confidence, and he creates space too for Celebrini. And I'm really happy with the way he's progressing, and it's going to be another great pick for Montreal.